Thank you for welcoming me onto your screens or onto your headphones, depending on how you're watching this. I'm Eddie, and this is The Rollback. Folks, I'm here to talk to you today about Knock at the Cabin, aka not a twist? I'm sorry, when I think about it, I think of this shot.
What a twist!
So, yeah, not a twist? While vacationing in a remote cabin in the woods, Eric, Andrew, and their daughter Wynn must make a choice. They are set upon four strangers, four horsemen of the apocalypse, if you will. They are asked to make the ultimate and unthinkable decision. One of them must die and be killed by the other in order to save the world. Can they do it? Well, we'll see. So the pros. It takes a question that you would ask while drinking a beer with friends, like, hey man, would you kill your mom to save the world? And escalates it to a 90-minute movie. Cards on the table, I was looking forward to this one. I thought it'd be really interesting. Nikki really wanted to see it, and I saw it with Chema and notable guest host Jimmy. And this movie was... It's not often I say this. I feel like I wasted my money watching this movie. Because although it ultimately does answer the question, who is someone going to get killed, you don't really get invested enough in the characters to care who gets killed. They don't have those moments. And Chema was actually the one that pointed that out to me. Throughout the film, it's a bottle movie for the most part because it mostly takes place at the cabin. But we do get flashbacks into the previous life of the characters. That said, there are always moments of suffering for Eric and Andrew for the most part, with the exception of them getting Wynn, but... I believe Andrew's parents are leaving. They stuck around for 45 minutes to have dinner, but that was it because their son's gay and they have a problem with it. You assholes. The time Andrew gets attacked, I think, by bottles, in a bar, he gets attacked for being gay. And then he feels the need to defend himself, so he learns how to, box and he learns how to shoot a gun. Moments like that. Why couldn't we get moments of them, in Chema's words, a meet cute, you know? Get moments of them when they first met. Maybe cute moments. Maybe Eric gets home and Andrew's cooking. And Eric says, you don't know how to cook. You can't even make an egg. And Andrew says, I've been taking lessons. I wanted to cook for you. Something like that. That's cute. That's adorable. That's all. But you never get invested enough in the characters to really like them in that capacity. So when these deep emotional moments happen, you don't give a shit. On the other side, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, not bad, but I feel like they could have done more. This movie is one of those films that reeks of potential. You show those cute moments, we begin to care when Eric gets killed. Spoiler alert, Eric dies. You make us more invest. Maybe take away the newscasts and force us in the cabin to wonder, is it really happening or is it not? And maybe, we flash images on the screen, but Eric and Andrew can't see it. And then we begin to wonder, was it true or is it not true? And we can get radio messages maybe or whatnot. Hell, set this back in the 80s. That way the news isn't immediate, but maybe you have a radio. Hell, maybe have all four of them be people that Eric and Andrew actually know but didn't realize it. Maybe Ron's character, he's the guy that attacked Andrew in the bar with that glass bottle. Maybe the nurse was working at the ER where Andrew got the glass removed. Maybe the girl, the cook, maybe she works at the cafeteria at Wynn's school, and maybe Batista is a coach that coached against Wynn's school. Those little moments that there are people entering into their lives, so you begin to wonder, is this true or is this not? Because that's the whole point. There has to be a balance of, is this real or is this not? Failure to do so does result in a film that feels lackluster or not, because on one side you can argue you shouldn't expect a twist from a film, but at the same time that's kind of M. Night Shyamalan's thing, twists. And when he fails to deliver or doesn't give us a good twist, it's all the more apparent. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of stuff to not like. Ultimately, in this film at least, Andrew shoots Eric. Eric basically forces Andrew to shoot him to save the world, and seemingly we're confirmed the world was going to end if they didn't kill somebody. There's no ambiguity. And Win and Andrew are set off to continue their lives together, hard as it is without Eric. They're forced to make the sacrifice. Also, there was some controversy here because, like, 5 days before this movie came out, there was an episode of The Walking Dead that did gay relationships really well. And this episode, which forced a gay couple to kill one another. Choices. For the record, I don't think M. Night Shyamalan is homophobic. The book actually has a same-sex couple. I'm glad that's being more normalized. This is not a political issue. Like, no. If anything, this is an issue about a family suffering, but it treats the family normal whether it's a gay couple or a heterosexual couple. It's just a couple that suffers, a family that suffers, regardless of their sexual preferences. Just, I don't know, like, that's not an issue. Mock the badness of the film, not that it had an intention to try and say gay people are bad. It's not saying that. The book is not saying that. It's simply saying this is the particular family that has to deal with the situation. The movie itself comments and says, we had no idea you were a same-sex couple. It's just whoever was here had to make the choice. Whether it's you guys, whether it's a straight couple, gay couple, polyamorous couple, doesn't matter. Sacrifice must be made. Good luck. But yeah, as far as the cons are concerned, like, just the way it was shot, it could have been better. There had plenty of potential, but isn't that a lot of movies where you see where it could have been great, but they fail? Well, what's that meme from Star Wars? You were this close to greatness? Yeah, M. Night, you always are, aren't you? You're batting right now 1 for 5, by the way. Like, 1 out of every 5 of your films is good. You've made 15, and only 3 of them are, like, standout. So I'm just fucking saying, man. But yeah, that said, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. As you can tell, Knock on the Cabin at the Woods. Knock at the Cabin, not the best thing. I'm gonna go ahead and give it probably like a D-. It has potential. It fails in my personal book. That said, that's gonna wrap it for this episode of The Rollback. Please like and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. We're always trying to grow this channel. What do you think of Knock at the Cabin? Go ahead and comment down below. Also, be sure to check out our other review and our other episodes and our podcast or whatnot. The links are down below. I've been Eddie, and this was The Rollback. We'll see everybody.